And so now let's go ahead and move on to topic number 7, staying on that comic book news. And this does get me excited. I think everybody's excited about, what's possibly going to be coming from X-Men, fantastic franchise, especially the people that could be involved. And this is topic number 7 coming from the Ronin.org. It says the Russo brothers, who brought us Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Infinity War and Endgame, are still open to return and comment on tackling Marvel's X-Men reboot. This is amazing. And again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And this goes on to say the Russos have been directing. The Russos have been behind directing 4 major Marvel Studios releases: Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Civil War, and I just went through all of that. Matter of fact, they just had an interview with the Associated Press. Wolverine being so extensive to the X-Men, of course, that would be a fun project to work on and find a new way to be in it. But I do think that's probably something Kevin Feige has rightfully put aside for a while to introduce some new characters to the world and bring back when it's ready. And I could continue on to read more, but I'm just going to play the video for you guys. And I'm just going to reshare the screen so we can hear the audio. But this is on Twitter from AP Weekly.
We're always open to it. Yeah, we love.
Can you hear that?
I can hear it on my end. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hit a 1 in the chat if you can hear. Let me know. But here we go.
We're always open to it. Yeah, we love those. We're always open to it. Yeah, we love those guys. We love everyone over there. Kevin, Lou, Victoria, the actors. Right now we're focused on Agbo. Right now our slate's pretty full with Electric State, Battle of the Planets, Gray Man. See where the Gray Man goes from here. Hopefully audiences like it. But that's really been our focus at the moment, working with filmmakers like the Daniels on Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think you never say never. If the right story lines up at the right time, then we all go back to work.
Would you guys be interested in creating a new take for the X-Men?
And that was one of my favorite comics growing up, Wolverine. One of my prized possessions is Incredible Hulk 181, which was the first appearance of Wolverine. It's a important part of my comic book collection. Wolverine being so essential to the X-Men, of course, that would be a fun project to work on and find a new way into it. But I do think that's probably something that Kevin has rightfully put aside for a while to, introduce some new characters to the world and bring that back when it's ready.
Right on. Go. Elliot, man, what you make of those comments, man? Does it get you excited or, don't really do anything for you? Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, so the Russo brothers, obviously, as you pointed out in the article, and as you mentioned before we got into the article here, come on, Winter Soldier, they completely reshaped that film to me still. I know you did great. That video you dropped yesterday was fantastic with your Marvel collection there. And that film, Winter Soldier, really to me was a shift in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in regards to tonally speaking. A lot of those films, even Avengers, the first phase, and Thor and Iron Man 3, they were in a certain mold, certain ballpark, but that Winter Soldier completely turned the MCU on its head to be like, we can play in these different genres, this, that, and the other. And then, of course, Civil War, Infinity War, still my favorite. Endgame's fantastic cap-offs to those incredible characters. So they are right now, to me, 4 for 4, unmatched, untouched. Like, they are fantastic with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Unfortunately, outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm looking at Cherry, the film they did with Tom Holland, Spider-Man. I don't know if everyone in the chat saw it, but and Brad, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but oh my gosh. Woo, that film was not great. I'll just say that.
I heard it, yeah.
And they've had their name. They even said in the article they've had their name attached to Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. Part 2 is coming out, I think, next year. They have their name attached to Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And they're picking good projects, but I don't think them directing outside of the MCU has worked for me. And what I like what they said in that article or in this interview, the door's still like I think without a doubt, they will be back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hopefully, the Gray Man turns out well. I've heard some interesting things about it. We'll see what comes up in a couple weeks on Netflix, but I think it'll be. I don't want them to be locked down to Marvel because I do like when creators can, you know, step outside their boundaries or whatnot. But I think right now it's just so much good synergy with them in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I would love to see them, whether it is X-Men or whether it is Secret Wars or them bringing in other characters. I would love for them to do that because they've never really, I guess, like truly introduced. Well, I should take that back. They introduced Black Panther, Spider-Man, and obviously the Avengers. But as far as like maybe reintroducing them for the first time, like a whole entire movie introducing X-Men would be something interesting I'd like to see. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I think the Russo brothers are smart to leave that door open, and I would be here for them introducing some characters that I think will shape the next 5 phases in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right. Now, and also, man, they as well as directors and filmmakers, they are actors as well, at least one of them. But I don't think there was acting in this. The reason why I said it is I can just tell that they're passionate about it and excited to come back and be part of the fold, because even with them having, you know, even doing stuff that you love, like us content creators, we love doing this, but you know, at times we do get tired, you know what I'm saying? And so, and with some projects, we are more motivated than others, you know, sometime after we get done with we see a film, you know, let me go home and eat and take a nap and let me sleep on it. Sometimes I cannot wait to get in front of the camera. Okay, I just got out the theater and that's kind of how it is here. I mean, you can tell that they were pleased with Endgame, but they were just also like, we need a goddamn break. You know, like we you know, we did our best. What y'all complaining about? Like they I know Collider, Stephen Weintraub, he held a Q&A like, you know, a number of months or a year after Endgame, brought them in there, and one of them was like, excuse my language, but one of the brothers was like, okay, you like the movie, but where did we fuck up? Like, kind of like, how dare you? You know, we done worked our asses off all these years, putting our blood, sweat, and tears into this movie, and you complaining about this and that. You know, so they're tired. I say that to say they're tired, but for this, you can just always tell by their tone, their demeanor, their energy, that they are passionate about this and want to come back. And it is even going to be better than Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War, and
Order,
Winter Soldier.
You
can. I mean, just the material itself is richer. I mean, X-Men is. I mean, everybody knows like everybody knew X-Men. Didn't nobody know Avengers before 2008 or 2012? It was only the super
like that for normal audience.
Yeah, nobody knew who Iron Man was and Captain America. Nobody was checking for them like that. And so I can only imagine. Hopefully, Bob Chapek won't destroy the creative vision. I really feel like Phase 4 is suffering because of him. Even with the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit, they had their opinions on that as well. Like, wait a minute, man, if the money not right, and with any job, any profession, if the money's not right, you're not going to show up. But that's never been to us on the outside looking in. It's never been a problem, and now it seems like it will be with Chapek involved. But hopefully, hopefully I'm wrong, and everything can work out for the great. And you also said something else, the main was synergy. I don't care how talented somebody is and how much skills or resources or knowledge they have. If y'all can't, you know, coexist together, you're not going to make a good quality product. You know, you got to like your coworkers. And I think that Feige and Favreau and the Russos and I forgot the writers' names. That did Infinity War Endgame. I know they have
Chris. Chris.
You know what I'm talking about. They have experience working together. You know what I'm saying? They know how to make each other happy and probably things that piece each other off. You know, like I just kind of going on a tangent. I remember I was watching a behind the scenes commentary or something, and they were talking. One of the artists would get pissed off when people would come and touch his screen. Like, hey, can you fix this and fix that? And like actually touch that, like rubbed in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to have that type of communication. I just say all of that because, you know, they've been working with each other since eight years now, since 2014 in the MCU. So while new blood is not necessarily bad, you know, you still want to have, you know, work with people where you have that relationship and that rapport.
100%, man.
Yeah.
And to the and again, to their credit, they've also proven they are like excellent with ensemble casts. I mean,
Yeah,
again, Winter
yeah,
Soldier
yeah.
was not just Cap's story; it was integrating Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, introducing us to obviously Sam Wilson and all that stuff, and of course, Civil War was bringing in all the different characters. And man, I personally think the Russo brothers have given me my favorite moments from Spider-Man as far as the portrayal of Spider-Man, how they brought him into the MCU.
Yeah.
Thor, in my opinion, and Infinity War, as well as Endgame,
Yeah.
that's been the best version of that character. And of
Yeah,
course,
you're right.
Captain America again, and even they, added their little wrinkles to Iron Man, even though he's been so established. So again, them introducing the X-Men with their, knowledge of the comics and their love for the characters, and them being great filmmakers. I think that's a great marriage, man, with working with such a big cast. And also, I know they brought up Wolverine, and some people brought in the chat. I love Wolverine, don't get me wrong. He was my first introduction to the X-Men. I always will be a big Wolverine fan, but I think it's smart on them, and I'm referring to if Russos aren't brought back in, but Kevin Feige and whoever they bring in, let's focus on, Cyclops being, the leader of the X-Men,
Yes.
and getting Storm more involved, and obviously not just jumping right into the Dark Phoenix saga. Let's focus on some of those more core foundational characters in the X-Men, and of course, wrap in a Wolverine, somewhere in the mix. So I'm here for it, man. I'm thinking in a couple weeks, we might be getting some announcements. A comic with some of these characters here.
Are you going to Comic-Con?
No.
No?
That's
Okay.
a bucket list dream. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but not this year.
I cannot wait till I'm dapping you up on the floor. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes,
So it's going down. We're gonna speak that into existence right there. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let us know what you think about this. If you're excited for the Russos coming back, for X-Men in the MCU, do you think it'll be a good idea, bad idea, or or you prefer some new blood or anything like that? And again, if you're watching this via live or on the replay, there's a link to this article in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And also, since we're on the topic of comic books as well, please check out my non-spoiler review for Thor, me, Elliot, and Eman spoilery review for Thor: Love and Thunder, and also my MCU films ranked from worst to best. I would really appreciate all of that.